Hi, I'm RACQUELINE, and you may know me from... Anyway, you'll get to know me now. Welcome to my new travel show. We're going to travel all over the world where we'll experience the sights, the sounds, the smells, and the tastes of every country that we get to visit. But for my first show, my family and I decided to go to Japan. We took 2 cameras, a very heavy tripod, our 2 children, 3 lav mics, and a camera bag. Of course, we're not professionals, but we wanted to package everything, our explorations, eating the food, dressing like the people, even speaking Japanese, and bring that all to you. Isn't that exciting? Anyway, get comfortable and let's fly away. Konnichiwa. Welcome to the 3rd and final episode of our visit to Japan. I'm wearing a yukata, which is the traditional summer wear of Japan. On day 7 of our visit, my daughter and I were getting ready to experience dressing up as geishas, or geishas as it is better known in the West.
The makeup isn't like normal, like blush or eyeshadow or anything. It felt a lot like face painting because it was all liquid and they had to let it dry on our faces.
So they started us off by painting our faces white with white makeup, go figure. And then of course they started to put on the eyes and then the lips. And then we had to go upstairs for the dress.
We put on the kimonos, like the kimono was like 10 layers thick. We had to put on a wig. It was more like a helmet because it was like twice the size of my head. I had metal going through it, but yeah.
Honestly, I think we put on about 10 different underlayers before we actually put on the kimono. Because, you know, back in those days, they didn't really have, you know, lingerie or those type of things. Their type of lingerie was wearing like skirts up here and banding up yourself, and, you know, they layered us up and then they put on the kimonos on us. Raisa had a beautiful one which suited her because of her age, and she would be more considered as a maiko, which is a geiko or a geisha in training because of her age. Me, on the other hand, now I was the geiko, so I had on the more regal type outfit.
As a mother and sister were dressing up as geikos, I wanted to experience how I'd look and feel dressing up as a formal Japanese person.
And Maiko is like a geiko in training, just usually about my age. And a geiko is like an entertainer who would play instruments, sing and dance, and who would serve tea to their guests when they come in.
As I was being dressed up as a formal person, being wrapped in various layers of clothing, it felt good at the time, but also it was tight and cramped. But when I got up, I could walk. It was very light. I could just walk anywhere.
Dressing up as Michael, it was exciting and stuff, but it was too tiring, you know, walking around with all that load on your back.
I think that this particular experience as dressing up as the Michael for RAIZIA was probably the highlight of her visit. It allowed her to see what it's like to, you know, be a young girl and dressing up in that way with the makeup on that verge of going into womanhood, that type of thing. Which, I mean, the women who were dressing us, they were all excited about her, just how pretty she looked, and, you know, just the fact that she was making that transition. And I guess it's just a part of their culture, you know, moving from a child into adulthood. So this probably had some sort of significance maybe for them. And I mean, I'm sure it's something that she'll cherish for the rest of her life.